A major expansion. USAC acquires JW Power Company for $860 million. On December 1st, 2025, USA Compression Partners, LP announced it has reached a definitive agreement to acquire JW Power Company, a large privately held U.S. compression services provider, in a deal valued at approximately $860 million. The transaction will be financed via a mix of cash and equity. USAC will pay $430 million in cash, initially funded through its revolving credit facility, and issue roughly 18.3 million new USAC common units, also valued at $430 million, to JW Power's owners. Based on a 10-day volume-weighted average price as of November 26, 2025, with a pricing collar of $23.25, $23.50, the deal is expected to close in the first quarter of 2026, pending regulatory approvals and customary closing conditions. Strategic rationale: bigger fleet, broader reach, more services, expanded fleet and scale. With the acquisition, the combined compression fleet will reach approximately 4.4 million active horsepower, making USAC, already one of the largest independent natural gas compression providers, even more dominant. The addition brings roughly 0.8 million active horsepower distributed across key regions including the Northeast, Mid-Continent, Rockies, Gulf Coast, Bakken, and the Permian Basin, thereby extending USAC's geographic footprint, considerably diversified business lines, and customer base. Beyond simply adding horsepower, the acquisition brings in JW Power's diverse business operations, including aftermarket services, parts distribution, and specialized manufacturing services. That expands USAC's offerings beyond core compression rentals. Moreover, JW Power's long history, more than 60 years operating in the compression business, having built over 8,000 compressor packages and served 300-plus customers across major U.S. basins, strengthens USAC's customer diversification and long-term relationships. This consolidation reinforces USAC's leading position in mid to large horsepower compression services, especially for midstream gas infrastructure and other industrial applications. Financial and valuation implications. USAC indicates the acquisition is accretive, meaning it should increase distributable cash flow per unit/share and improve overall financial metrics. Specifically, the deal values JW Power at roughly 5.8 times projected 2026 adjusted EBITDA, prior to synergies. That is considered attractive in the compression services sector. Importantly, the acquisition is expected to accelerate USAC's deleveraging path, bringing net debt/EBITDA towards sub 4.0 times. Lower leverage improves balance sheet strength, giving the company more financial flexibility for future growth or capital returns. For investors, analysts see the deal as timely, with strong demand for natural gas compression, driven by rising U.S. natural gas production. A larger diversified footprint could translate into stable cash flows and long-term value. What it means for the market and U.S. energy infrastructure. Supply chain advantages and basin coverage. By adding horsepower across many of the major U.S. production basins, Permian, Rockies, Northeast, Gulf Coast, etc., USAC becomes a go-to provider for compressors across many players in the energy sector. Comprehensive services. The inclusion of manufacturing, aftermarket services, and parts distribution means USAC not only rents compression units, but can also support maintenance, a full-service model that may attract more long-term customers. Resilience via diversification. A broader customer base and geographic diversification lower dependence on any single basin or segment, helping hedge against cyclical risks in certain shale plays or regions. Potential for further consolidation. This move could signal a continued wave of consolidation in the U.S. compression services industry as scale and diversification become increasingly important for midstream infrastructure providers.